All right, and welcome back to Rose Petal Musings after what, almost a year of nothing posted. We're doing great. Um, but today's
Like
topic
the
we kind of shifted a little bit. Originally, Hannah and I were going to talk about um getting back into writing after you've been sick. However, we found a more pertinent topic and one that we both struggle with on, I'd say, like a regular basis. I wouldn't say daily, but a regular basis. Is
most definitely.
every writer's downfall, which is procrastination. So, without further ado, Hannah, you look like you got something to say already.
Sort of. I mean, like we procrastinate updating like a little bit of everything. Like we've procrastinated this for I don't even know how many months. We've
I probably should say since
procrastinated.
January.
Yeah, we procrastinated the three-way media,
Oh,
which we still got to figure out that again.
we gotta get Amy
Um
back on board.
yeah, it's like and then just like personally, like we've both also been procrastinating on our like WIPs. So it's like procrastination.
It's everywhere. It's with everything. I I was just telling Hannah I was procrastinating on buying a car for a while. So I'm finally pulling the trigger on that, which is great. Um, Finally made a decision. It only took me like 2, 3 months to do that.
Finally putting Winston to rest.
R.I.P. Winston. He, the plan for Winston, because he's not the best car buddy, he is still very reliable. As terrible as he is, he did make it to Ohio and back twice.
True.
So the plan for him is to be a backup vehicle. So we're not completely getting rid of him. There will still be chronicles of Winston debacles and interludes, but less often because he is a backup. So Winston is hanging around. He's still kicking at 153,000 miles. So
Love that.
uh,
Love it.
we're excited. But yeah, a lot of things tend to cause procrastination. So life in general, like without getting into specifics, it does vary for each person. But things come up like family emergencies. Part of the reason that prompted me to get my new vehicle, um, and kind of finally jump on that is my mother-in-law's vehicle got totaled the other day. Thankfully, she was not in it. Nobody was hurt. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But it prompted, like, trying to figure out the vehicle situation. My car is currently being used as the backup vehicle. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't we just keep him as a backup? And I finally get that new vehicle that I'd been planning to get, just haven't.
There you
So
go.
life can sometimes prompt you to end procrastination, but a lot of the times it is also the cause. Because as much as I love writing, I also love, catching up on NCIS and
Feel that.
and playing games on my phone and not writing.
Oh my God, yeah. See, my thing is like I've noticed I'm more like productive like in the like really early mornings, like hours in the morning, like 4 to like 6,
Oh,
like in AM. And it's sometimes it's normal for me to be awake at that time because Levi will be like he'll be up at 3 to get ready for work and then he'll be
yeah.
gone by 3:30. So like sometimes I am awake at that point. But I'll get my breakfast and my coffee or tea or whatever, sit down, and while I'm eating, I'll put on like a YouTube video and it's usually like Smosh or like
Smosh.
yeah, it's usually
Background.
Smosh. Or someone playing The Sims because I love watching people play The Sims for some reason. But I'll start watching
People do
that and then I'll
horrible
have
things
the
when they're in
tab.
charge.
What?
People do horrible things to their Sims when they're the ones in charge.
They do. They do. It's actually really entertaining. But there's I'll be watching that and I'll have another tab open with my one story that I've been working on for freaking forever. And I'll just get to the like so drawn into the YouTube videos. I'll keep watching them. And that's like my downfall. If I start like watching like long videos, I keep doing it. So then like that keeps getting like pushed to the side. But oh my gosh. And I can't bring myself to like write after like working hours because I'm sick of sitting in my computer chair by the end of the day. And
So
it's just like,
the weird thing is that that is actually my best time to get writing done because I'm still in the working mindset.
yeah,
So I'm
do
like,
it.
if I just switch computers, I'm pretty sure that's the reason I have a wrist brace now. That I started to develop some carpal tunnel because I was writing for a while. I was working a little bit on personal projects, but mostly trying to catch up on, like in March, I made a lot of posts for Petal Writings and, a lot of posts for my other page that I'm on. And um, by like mid-March, I was starting to get some wrist pain, some pretty intense wrist pain, which is one of those life things that can also cause you to procrastinate, not by choice. I do have my own. They're little froggies.
Hey.
People would like to see. I am very proud of
Yes.
them. I also have a set for my desk at work. So I'm doing the things. I also have a wrist brace that I now use at night when I sleep to keep my
Good
wrist
deal.
good. So that means that I can get back into writing. However, um, distractions exist and distractions are very tempting, which is the definition of a distraction.
Yeah. Like I was so dead set on finishing that my Peter Pan story by the end of March. Like I was so dead set on it. And then I got to a part where I was just like, I don't know what to do here because like it was supposed to be leading up to basically what I'm doing is like every chapter has a flashback
Mhm,
to like make a point in the story.
mhm.
And in the flashback, it was supposed to like show her what happens when, or show like what happened the first time that Peter lied to her
Like the
and kind
time
of
that she
like,
doesn't want to talk about, like the reader is getting through flashbacks.
yeah.
Okay.
And I started writing it and I was just like, I don't know what to make like this big lie that set all this in motion. So like I've just been staring at it for months. But also because of the time of year, it's hockey season. It's playoff season now. So my brain is like on hockey. So and I
Obsessively. Can confirm. I've
yes.
gotten many, many videos from hockey games.
Yes, like it's an obsession and the fact that I can now go to a game in like 15 minutes like
I think moving to Ohio was probably the best slash worst thing that you've done.
yeah, yeah.
Best because you are right in the hub for hockey.
Yes.
Worst because your poor wallet.
Yeah, my God, yeah. I mean, like I've been lucky to find tickets that are like fairly cheap. Like I even had some like right like 2 rows above the ice that were like pretty dang
I
cheap and
remember that, yeah.
that was so fun. But like I've consistently been finding like the good prices. But of course the last game I went to was like the last home game of the season of like the regular season. And the Cleveland Guardians were playing the Yankees. And those
Which,
stadiums are right there.
for those who are not sports people, it is also baseball season,
Yeah,
of which
baseball season
neither
just
which I
started.
follow. I'm just aware of it because I just still remember what's a spring sport, what's a fall sport.
Yeah, but baseball season just started and I Ubered that day because I was like, there's no chance that I'm gonna find a parking spot.
And dude, I
There's no
remember what you
chance
said
that
with the
even if I,
parking.
yeah, there's
That
no
was
chance that I'm
insane.
paying $60 for a
No,
parking spot.
that's
Like,
ridiculous. That was more
yeah,
than your
and
ticket.
it was absolutely it was insanity. Like even the Uber driver like getting there was just like it's just people everywhere.
Oh, I bet.
So like there like just in that downtown area there had to be I want to say over like 10,000 people. Yeah. But it was a bad day for Cleveland fans because both teams lost.
I
But
mean, the little bit of pride, I will say, like, I don't really follow baseball, but like everybody knows the Yankees. So like I'm not really shocked, but at the same time, like I feel bad.
yeah, I mean it is what it is. Apparently that was like the double hitter game. So that was like the second game of the week for them.
Nice.
And they lost both times to the Yankees. So
Ouch. Oh,
yeah.
Cleveland. Rip Cleveland.
Yeah, but they're doing good for everyone else. Apparently they've won a few other more games and they're leading the league like in this
Okay.
area, I guess. I don't know.
It's
I
just
haven't really been like it's just kind of been popping up. And I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. My thing is hockey. So I'm zeroed in on the hockey season. Right after this, I'm gonna listen to a hockey like the last game of the season for the Cleveland Monsters and hope they win again. So I'm so excited. So excited. But yeah, hockey season, I procrastinate a lot. Like a lot. Like even in college,
yes,
if
I
I knew there
recall
was a
this.
game, if there was a game, I made sure to do all of my homework
It
for
was
like the
the
next
only
two
time
days.
you didn't procrastinate because you were motivated for the hockey game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there were even some nights for like layout nights where I'd put
Mhm.
the game on my computer, just sit it beside me and watch it. So, yeah,
Oh,
hockey season is peak procrastination season for me.
I mean, I would say probably the two seasons that I procrastinate most in is spring because I like gardening. I like playing in the dirt. So
And
I'm
it's
doing
nice
a lot of
outside.
that.
And
Because
it's nice outside.
yeah, it's nice outside, so I can go play in the dirt. So I'm doing a lot
Mhm.
of that. Um, Driving both my mother and my fiance nuts. Both of them telling me stop bringing more home, and my response is, "But it looks so sad, and it was on sale."
Get you some fake ones.
Well, I can't do fake plants. I have a
That's
few,
the
but
only
I
plant I
can't.
can do. That's the only plants I can do.
But the other season, and if anyone knows me, this is an obvious one, is the fall season. Because
Oh my God, yeah.
hello,
Yes.
we have crossed under the 200-day mark until next Halloween.
Oh, you keeping count.
Not official count, but when I see it, I'm like, it's getting
I,
close.
I can't say anything. I will be counting down until next hockey season, so
Yeah. For you, it's hockey. For me, it's Halloween. We've got the
yeah.
H's.
Yeah, yeah, that works. And you know what? Hockey season starts in October, so
There we go.
yeah,
We're both counting down to October. Um,
yeah, different reasons. But ugh. I've been like dying to go to like down to Columbus to go to an actual hockey game for like the Blue Jackets.
who
But
you've been obsessed with for literal years.
yeah, and RIP this year. But honest, I don't even want to talk about it this year. But but I want to go down for my birthday, and my birthday's in September.
Oh,
So
it's
there's
so
not gonna be a
coming
hockey
up.
game.
No.
Yep. No, there's not gonna be a hockey game. So I'm
Oh,
just like, it is what it is. I'll get down there eventually somehow. But for now, the Cleveland Monsters are my babies. And you know what? They're going to the playoffs.
they're
So
making you proud.
yes. Yes. I'm pretty sure the only reason that Columbus kind of held in there a little bit this year was because of the players they got from Cleveland.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because half of Columbus have been on the injury list. So
Oh,
yeah, so
well,
they've
hey,
had
at
to
least they're not tied up in, legal stuff like some other
yeah,
players I've heard of in the NHL.
yeah. I think that's a good thing. Those are the teams that I don't like at all. So it works.
The only team I've ever really cared about has ever been the Hershey Bears. So I'm just glad that none of them were involved.
No. But those two games that Cleveland did with the Monsters, it was rough, but good
That
games.
one, that
So
one I
good.
got a lot of play-by-play because they were playing the
Yeah.
Bears. So that was
Yeah.
hilarious to me.
Yeah, the first game, they just like I
Just
want to say a
wipe
couple
them.
yeah, a couple minutes in though, that first game, gloves came off and fists went flying, and I was like, yes.
That is my favorite part of hockey.
Oh my God, yeah, it's so much fun. The last like home game, like we got oh, it was
Spicy.
bad. But like the last 2 minutes, like it was like I was watching Shorzy, and it was just like, you know what? We're not gonna win, but we're gonna give them a damn good show. And like the last 2 minutes of that game, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And then of course there was like that actual scene of Shorzy with the kid playing the recorder
Oh,
badly. Yeah, that happened in real life.
I I don't get it because like the Canadian national anthem is not that bad. Like it is so
Yeah.
easy and
Yeah.
it's adorable. I love that they have younger fans who are doing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not Canadian, but like you should still show a little bit of respect for the Canadian anthem.
Yeah, I know. I know. But literally when the choir started singing the Canadian national anthem, I just got done watching that clip from Shorzy again with the little kid with the recorder.
The one that you sent
And
me.
yeah, and I like they started singing and they were like way off key and I'm going,
Oh,
"Oh my God, this is happening in real life."
meanwhile, the flip side of things, when we had a Canadian team playing at home for the Bears in high school, my chamber choir sang both national anthems.
Yeah, that's
Like
what they did.
they didn't have anybody like from Canada sing the Canadian national
Yeah.
anthem. And my director, she was like, "This is a foreign team. They have a lot of fans here. You are not going to F this up."
Yeah.
And we did
The,
not because we're professionals.
yeah, unfortunately, I feel like the kids who were in that choir, they were just kind of like taught the song,
Like
but
10 minutes beforehand.
yeah, like it felt like that to me, and they
It's
were
really
like,
easy too. Like it is just painfully easy. Like
yeah,
I can't even stress having sung both of them. The American national anthem is fairly simple, like most national anthems are, except for, God Save the Queen. I can't even start on that.
not a queen anymore.
I guess it would be God Save the King.
Yeah,
They're
have
gonna
to
have
do
to
some
change it.
gender reversing. Yeah,
But, but the American national anthem starts a little bit low for me. Whatever. That's just on me. But the Canadian national anthem is so painfully easy. I don't understand how people get it wrong so much. It is so easy.
I don't know, but it was just something to just watch that scene play out in real life, and I was like, this,
I can remember the exact season and episode of Shorzy this was on.
yeah, yeah, it was season 2, episode 4,
You know
I
what?
think.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up and see if you really know Shorzy by heart. How many times have you watched it through?
3 times? 3 times. Both seasons 3 times. Well, technically season 1 probably 4 or 5,
Okay,
but
so you said it was Shorzy season 2, episode 4
I believe so. They're good. They're supposed to be in Michigan
in Michigan. Okay.
playing the Sioux Hunt. It's like
Uh,
one of the final episodes. It's like, and there's only like 6 episodes a season.
oh, you are one off.
Is it 5?
Episode 4 is players only, where Shorzy starts putting out fires with a players only meeting. But episode 3 is called Set the
3.
Tone. The Bulldogs face off against the Sioux Hunt and their veteran presence.
But is that the game from like their home game or their away game?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. I didn't watch Shorzy. I just have the episodes pulled up here on Yahoo.
I'm gonna. You know what? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna look it up too.
Okay, episode 6 is accountability. Bulldogs cross the border for the final game of the season against the Sioux Hunt.
Okay. Then I think I was wrong.
But still,
I
you
might have
got the
been.
season. You got the
Well,
season
yeah.
and right near the episode.
Yeah. I was close enough.
Anyway, that was a pure example of
Procrastination.
procrastination because instead of talking about procrastination, we went off on a tangent and I actually looked up seasons of Shorzy.
I don't have a problem. It's fine.
It's a show I've never watched, but I know plenty about it. Can we guess how?
Listen, Shorzy is absolutely fantastic. So is
He is a
Letterkenny.
gem.
It really is. But like that last game actually that I went to, I saw someone wearing a Shorzy jersey.
Nice.
And I was like, I want to be your best friend.
So, on the off chance that that person actually listens to this podcast, Hannah would like to be your best friend.
Yes. Yes, please.
Oh, gosh. And you know the worst part? There are many ways to try and combat procrastination. One such way, with my color-coded markers being set over to the side here, is to have a calendar with all of your activities that you plan to do. As I
Ooh,
block myself out completely trying to show off my calendar. Here we
there we
go.
go, sort of.
Got to keep my face in frame and it'll show me.
Oh,
So,
gee.
do we see how full this is?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do we know how well I stick to it?
I don't know. You do?
Sometimes. I've been trying.
Sometimes.
I've been trying. The so for my commission to finish and my monthly blogs that I write, I do great at. I'm like pretty much on schedule, if not early, with those because the commission to finish have been a ton of fun to put out. I just kind of wish someone would actually commission me to finish them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just minor plug in my own podcast. But the podcast episodes, as we see, I am putting out the January episode in April.
Yep.
And part of the reason is also part of the reason that my TikTok has not been active, which may not even be a concern if it gets banned.
Here's the thing. They did sign the ban into like action, but that's giving like the owners of TikTok like I want to say like 5 days to find like an American buyer or something. And then if not, they're just gonna take it off of the Google Play Store and like the Apple
So
Store.
everybody who
So
already
as
has it downloaded still has it.
yes. However, they can't make updates or anything to it. So
Oh. Huh.
yeah.
At
At
any
least that's what I'm
rate,
learning from people on TikTok. So
at any rate, part of the reason I'm not active very much on video and audio sites, like on my video and audio platforms, is one, I'm a writer. I write. Hard to, do that when you've got a character limit.
yep.
On the other hand, I dislike recording because it
Fair.
is a lot of time and effort, and I don't have a ton of experience doing it. Like doing this, I've been getting experience, but it was never really one of my interests for a while. Like starting the podcast and everything, I was really interested in having one, but then I realized I was gonna have to sit down and record on a semi-regular basis, and scheduling sucks when you're an adult.
Yep.
Especially when you want to co-host because it sucks to talk for 30 minutes by yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of blather on. So, yeah, that is perhaps my biggest source of procrastination is anything audio or video related. But I also know in the back of my mind, just to have a little bit of reassurance for potential clients, is if it's associated with a job, I suck it up and do it. But in this
Yeah.
case, when it's just personal for me, Yeah,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. I completely understand that. Like, if I give myself a deadline for things, like just for myself, it won't really happen because I'll be like, oh, it's
It
just
gets
for me.
pushed.
Who cares?
Yep.
But
It's
if
like,
it's
oh, the only
for
person it's
somebody,
affecting. Yeah.
yeah, if it's for someone, I'm like, oh, I gotta do
Yep.
this. So then it will get done. It, like when I'm doing like photography, I'll tell them like, oh, you'll get it like the pictures in like a couple days. Usually I'll go home and just edit them right away and they'll have them the next day. And then they'll be like, okay.
You said a couple days. I was expecting a couple days.
Yeah, I expected to go home, upload them to Lightroom, and then just be done with it. But then I get sucked into editing and it's there then.
Yeah. It, procrastination is a beast. Every writer deals with it constantly.
Yeah.
And you pretty much got to find your own way to get past it. Like there's a ton of resources out there for this trick, that trick, the other thing to get past it, but a lot of the time it is just willpower,
Yeah.
something of which we both tend to struggle with.
My God, yeah. I mean, I did find a way to kind of be productive with stories. I
Oh,
found this shockingly a YouTube video of this
really?
author doing like ways to like set up your novel. And I was like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm curious. And she had free like templates for like Google Docs where you
Ooh.
can like fill out all your character information, but like all like how to basically organize everything
Mhm.
without actually writing. So like I downloaded all that and I actually started filling out the character profiles and it actually is helping me like form the story a little bit more. It's
Nice.
just excuse me. It's really, really time consuming. And the story that I like started focusing on it with has like three main characters. So I have to
Oh,
fill out, yeah. And if I wanted to be really extra, she had like a side character thing.
oh God,
So I could even like fill out every single thing for the side characters. And I was like,
that's a
I
bit
mean,
much.
I was like, I would be so like good with everything if I did that, but like I procrastinate with that too. So,
But
but
again,
it
that's
makes me
because
feel
it's your personal project, so it's like I don't feel a sense of urgency with this. This can be done at any time. And honestly, if I had to pick like a solid reason for why you and I procrastinate, it's because of that mindset. Because we're like, oh, this is just for me. I can do this literally anytime. And then it
yeah.
never gets done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'll even find like stupid things. Like I'll be like, hold on, my desk is too messy. I gotta declutter. Like I'll start cleaning my office. I'll
Exactly.
rearrange my bookshelves and
Oh
like
my gosh. I rearranged my room before I started back into writing. And
that makes
I had
sense.
to enlist Seth to move my desk, like my big dresser, an inch
Yeah.
to the right because I could not move it. And
I
that kept
can't
it
s-
practically empty.
I can't say anything. I can't move my desk even if it is empty
Oh,
because it's like an L-shaped. So like I
that's a big
can't
girl
move it by
desk.
myself without almost breaking the middle part. So
Yeah, I have a much smaller desk. I can just kind of pick this up and carry it. Um, the nice thing is if I really wanted to, it has like nothing at the back. So I could just thread my arm through it and just carry it like that,
there you go.
which is beautiful.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But eventually I do plan on having an L-shaped desk
It's
because
nice.
I have, you know, this setup that I have here, and then my main job's work from home setup. So I'm like, instead of just swapping out my laptops constantly, if I had an L-shaped desk, I could just
Just
have
one
one
here,
here
one here.
and not have to move them constantly, which is great. But
Yeah.
that's a future endeavor. We've got plans. We just procrastinate. It's just
Yes.
the name
Yes.
of the game.
My God, yeah.
A good solution I've also found that a lot of writers use is having multiple works in progress. That way, when you get stuck on one, you can just work on another that you've also been procrastinating on for months.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me though.
No,
I
sometimes it
have
does,
like a
sometimes it
dozen
doesn't.
and they're all still like in like I'll read back through some of them that I started like in high school and I'll just be like,
And it's
there's
like,
something
oh
there,
God,
but it needs completely revisiting.
I just need to completely scrap this and start over.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I did with the story that I'm looking to publish, which I'm not going to get too into detail on because I'm looking to publish it. But that one, um, I actually spoke to my advisor in college about, and he pretty much told me, he's like, you've got an epic here. You don't have a short story, you have an epic, or at least a series. And I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. We're gonna scrap this and start over.
There you go. There
And
you go.
sometimes you gotta do that just to get the vibes flowing again, just to get the creative
Yeah.
juices flowing.
Yeah. And like back to hockey. During hockey season, my brain will go
Can't be
to like,
stopped.
oh, yeah, my brain just goes like, oh, this would be a really, really cool like hockey book. And I'll still like write down the idea and then I'll just like kind of put it on the back burner. And
See,
I forget about it.
you're not gonna write like a hockey romance story. Like you're not gonna be one of those to write like the hockey romance story and get that fire going again. You would be one to write a hockey adventure story where it's like this hockey player gets into so much crap.
Yeah, I probably would. Then all the women who read hockey, like romance books, like me
You
included, are gonna
yourself
be like,
included.
yeah, they're gonna be like, what is this?
Where's the
And we'll be like,
romance?
adventure. Can't be stopped. I cannot be stopped with
No,
hockey.
you really can't. Like I'm feeling pretty proud of myself because I haven't talked about gardening yet. I haven't talked about all the plants I want to have.
My bad. My bad.
Although I will say I've been very good. I have actually gotten rid of plants, but I did get a new aloe.
Like you said the other day when you found out I was selling books, I'm proud of you.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we are reaching the end of our time today. So, before we say goodbye, Hannah, would you like to plug anything?
Sure. You can look up my website at hannahmiddaughdesigns.blog. I post a lot of social media photography content along with music, books, uh, movie, TV show reviews, all types of things. My latest review was just on Rival's new song Rome, which fantastic. I'm also on TikTok under Hannah Meadow, Instagram at Hannah Meadow 96. I also have a Facebook page, just Hannah Meadow Designs. And then of course three-way media. Can't forget that.
Of course.
Even though we do a lot.
Yeah, we need to upload something for Through Media, but that can be found just through Media. I believe we've got Instagram, we've got Meta. No, we don't have Meta. I think we
Oh,
just
just
have an Instagram.
Instagram.
Do we
Yeah.
have a Twitter? We don't have a Twitter. We just have Instagram
No.
for Through
Yeah,
Media,
just Instagram.
which is odd in this day and age, but we can only manage so much.
Yes.
But
I can barely manage my own social media.
right. But myself, I can be found on my website most often at rosepetalwritings.com. I can be found, of course, on TikTok, although I'm not as active there at olivia.rosepetalwritings. I can be found on X at rosepetalwriter. I can be found on Instagram at olivia.rosepetalwritings. I don't think there's a dot there. I'm not quite sure. All my social media links can be found on my website as well, in case I get it wrong. Um, Meta, I have a page, Rose Petal Writings, and of course my email, olivia.rosepetalwritings@gmail.com. And I believe that is it. So thank you everybody for listening today, and I hope we all have a fantastic time mourning the end of hockey season and fighting procrastination.
Yep.
Peace.